はい、皆さん、こんにちは。Vince です。Hello everyone, this is Vince and we are again on another grammar related topic. 本日ですね、今回また中級レベル話題についてお話ししていきたいと思います。正確に言うと、また中級レベル日本語文法に話題についてお話ししていきたいと思います。Specifically for today, what I would like to discuss is again another intermediate level topic concerning Japanese grammar. 皆さん最後まで見てもらえたら嬉しいです。I'll be happy if you watch until the end. And 皆さんそれから動画を高評価といいねボタンを押してくれてチャンネル登録ぜひお願いします。And if I may request, if you could please press that like button, subscribe to my channel and give good impressions for my video. それでは皆さん早速始めていきましょう。Very well then, let's begin. So we are now on our lesson number 0086 18号 lesson です。Lesson 86. And this is about last time there's a topic about tearu. Tearu, do you remember the topic that here about resultant or giving results. Resultant giving results. Let's say, are the plans for the trip complete? And then the staff would answer, Kippo wo katta shi, hotel no yoyaku mo shite aru. So the answer was yes, I did buy ticket. And aside from that, I also took care of the hotel reservation. So the last topic was about resultant or giving results as form of accomplishment or accomplishment with regard to preparation. But for today, the topic is there's an element of having the future in mind. So I would like to put this underscored that an action will be done with the future in mind. Okay, so for the vocabulary, so please just screenshot this minasan for our vocabulary. Bangohan, dinner. Denchi, battery. Tsukuru, to make, as in dinner. And cow, or buy. So let's see here. So last in our lesson number 8080 85 lesson 85その話題はしてあるのパターン、文法パターンです。今回文法パターンは動詞の定型また助詞の定型の手を置くという文法パターンです。So last time we have discussed してある and である form, but this time we are discussing 手置く form, 手 plus 置く手置く. So it works by first you transform the verb into its te form, the te form conjugation of the verb. So just like this cow, it will become katte. Tsukuru, of course this is a godan verb or yuhu verb. Tsukutte. So the key word here is that this kind of pattern or grammar pattern, te form conjugation plus oku, is used for a situation in which an action will be done, or an action must be done with the future in mind. And we use the verb oku, meaning, well, oku per se, oku means to put or to place. Put something or place something onto, let's say, a certain object, or let's say a window sill. So before delving into examples, for greater appreciation, minasan, I would like to give first some basics here. Oku with its kanji form, specifically the kunyomi of oku, it has basic meanings of to put or to place something, to leave behind. And but with regard to grammar, intermediate level grammar, te form plus oku, look at definition 9 and definition 10. This is oku will be written not in kanji but in kana form, and this is done in this manner, minasan. Let the oku be written in kana form, and it will be suffixed right after the te form of a verb. So usually in kana form or hiragana, and then after the te form of a verb, and it will give a definition to do something in advance. And definition 10, of course, again, usually in kana form, oku, hiragana, and suffixed after the te form of a verb, and it will give a meaning to leave something in a certain state, or to keep something in a certain state. Okay, so those are just the basics or primer, minasan. But for greater appreciation, I would like to, minasan, take a focus on this. So this is a pie. Let's say you baked a pie inside an oven, and then so the pie was already cooked. Let's say after a certain time and a certain temperature, then you have to take it out of the oven, and it's hot. And since it's hot, you want to cool it. And if you want to cool it, you will place it on a windowsill. This is a windowsill because the windowsill has ventilation, and there's an incoming air or incoming wind, so that the freshly baked pie, it's very hot, it will be cooled down. You put it on a windowsill to cool down, and then after a certain period of time, after a cooling time, and then it's ready for serving, it's ready to be enjoyed. Okay, so because you have placed it on a windowsill, because why did you place that in a windowsill? Because you have in mind that when you place something on a windowsill, you have in mind that on a later time you can somehow harvest it for you to enjoy the cooled pie. Okay, so you have something, a future, or an imminent future in mind. You have in mind that after, let's say, after 30 minutes, or after 2 hours, or after 1 hour, you can now enjoy the pie because it has already cooled down, let's say, from a 180 Fahrenheit temperature. Okay, so, or rather 250 Fahrenheit temperature, and then you cool it down to a temperature of let's say just 88 Fahrenheit. Okay, or probably 105 Fahrenheit. So let's go back to our main reference here. So the purpose of the pattern teoku is you will perform an action on a verb, an action will be done, or an action is done with the future in mind. So let's Let's learn by examples, 皆さん。例文で学ぶ。OK。晩ご飯を作っておく。晩ご飯を作っておく。So, 作っておく means you make dinner. 晩ご飯 is dinner. 晩ご飯 is dinner. So again, example number 1. 晩ご飯を作っておく。Make dinner. You make dinner, you make the 晩ご飯 or dinner with the future in mind, because why do you make 晩ご飯? Why do you make a dinner? Because you have in mind that, let's say, you prepare it, you've thought of it at around 4:30 p.m. because you thought that at around 6:30 p.m. or future, you have in mind a future that you will eat your 晩ご飯. So by 4:30 p.m. or 5 p.m. you will now start preparing the 晩ご飯 or dinner. 作っておく. So with the future in mind. And this sentence number 2, 電池 is battery. 電池を買っておきます。電池を買っておきます。So I'll buy batteries. I will buy batteries. So why will you buy batteries? Because you have in mind the future. What you have in mind is the future, because you will buy batteries for you to prepare for something. You have the future in mind. You are preparing for the future. You have the future in your mind. That's why you will buy batteries. Again, 電池を買っておきます。And now,皆さん in a real life Japanese situation, let's say conversational Japanese, sometimes you will be shocked at native speakers that teoku, you will hear you will expect teoku, but you will hear something like toku, 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 the stress on letter T, toku, because as I've said, many Japanese people tend to abbreviate things, so the teoku can also be sometimes abbreviated to toku. So why are they doing this? Well, there's a significant number of Japanese people who is fond of abbreviating things. So in real life conversational Japanese, the teoku is slightly slurred. The teoku is slightly slurred to become seemingly sound like toku, toku. The toku is actually teoku with a semi-silent e, and on the teoku part, and thus making it to toku, sound like toku, because you already made a semi-silent teoku, toku, and there's an emphasis on letter T, toku. Okay, so well, how to distinguish between the two, because you might be confused because there's another toku word and teoku. So how to distinguish them? First, you have to be careful on the context. Pay careful attention to the context of the conversation, and of course, whenever you will hear the abbreviated teoku, toku, notice that the T is emphasized, or there's a stress or emphasized way of pronouncing T, or simply by experience. That's how you distinguish it. Or just be attentive, or pay careful attention to the context of your conversation. So again, going back to examples, let's apply the toku on the 晩ご飯を作っておく. This is previously 晩ご飯を作っておく. So let's make a slight slurred, because in real life Japanese there are people who like to slur or abbreviate things. So 晩ご飯を作っとく、晩ご飯を作っとく、晩ご飯を作っとく. So it's still the same definition, the same translation. Making dinner, 晩ご飯を作っとく. So it's an abbreviation of teoku. Sounds difficult. Yeah. 電池を買っときます。電池を買っときます。電池を買っときます。So this is actually teokimas, but for slurring or abbreviation, 電池を買っときます。And let's have another example here. Let's say example number 3. We have a scenario: a boxing coach telling something to his protege boxer. Let's say a fight is about to begin. So the coach will tell the boxer, 重要なポイントだからよく聞いておいてくれ。重要なポイントだからよく聞いておいてくれ。重要なポイントだからよく聞いておいてくれ。So translation is, because this is a very important point, then do me a favor by carefully listening to me. So the nuance is doing a focused and attentive listening with the incoming, because there's an incoming fight in mind. So you see, minasan, where's the teoku after the, this is kiku, but what is the te form of kiku is kite. So kite plus te, kite plus oku. So this is kite oku, but there's an te form plus kure, meaning the coach is asking for a request to his protege that please listen to me. So you have, this is actually a bit advanced, so a bit advanced grammar. So te form plus kure means the speaker is begging the listener to please do him a favor. So te form plus kure, so that's the impact of te form plus kure. So this is a combination of teoku plus te kure. So 重要なポイントだからよく聞いておいてくれ。So our lesson just focused on the kiteoku. This is kiteoku. Kiteoku is this part, kiteoku, but the oku was already conjugated to the te form. So kiteoku, the oku, conjugate the oku into te form, kiteoite, and then use suffix kure, so that it will give an impression that the speaker is trying to make a request to the listener. Okay, 重要なポイントだからよく聞いておいてくれ。So among the example sentences, this is the most advanced because it uses the sentence pattern te form plus kore, which is kinda advanced level. Okay, so for our last leg of our lesson for today, I will show you the conjugation for the oku. This is the conjugation for oku. So you can see here, minasan, the present form, the past, and the te form for oku. So oku is this, and the of course our lesson in extracted mass stem, I think lesson 14. So oku is a godan verb. So for godan verb, the u sound transform that to its counterpart I sound. So that's oki. So you can see here, oku becomes okimas. So for the mass form, the formula is the pattern is extracted mass stem of the verb plus mass. So for the mass form in negative, extracted mass stem of the verb plus masen. So you can see here, minasan, that that's how important extracted mass stem of a verb is. So thank you, minasan, for listening to me. This is the last part of our lesson, minasan, and we reached the last point. 今日はここまでです。もう終了なんです。今日のレッスンはもう終了なんです。今日はここまでです。So this is as far as we have gone. And I thank you for watching until the end. 最後までご覧いただいて本当にありがとうございました。最後まで見てくれてありがとうございました。皆さん。では皆さん、また次の動画でお会いしましょう。また次の動画でお会いしましょう。I'll see you in the next topic 皆さん。So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So それでは皆さん、ありがとう。バイバイ。